So in this video, we're going to be teaching you how to build a computer. Here we have all the parts bejambled everywhere. That's the motherboard. These are a bunch of random bejambled expansion slot cards for various items. This is RAM. Tastes just as good as it looks. This is a heat sink. It's not a fan though. It's old. The fans. I have fans in the bin. These two things, they are optical drives. Yes. This is a front USB port. Pretty spiffy. This is a floppy drive. Yes, haven't seen one of those ever. This is a hard drive, whopping 20 gigabytes. Check that out. Pretty sexy. This is a sound card for various sound ports, and this is a processor. Single core, Pentium 4, pretty jets. Look at all those pins. When you're installing that, you don't want to bend the pins. You got to be super careful with it. This is a power supply. Powers all your junk, so you can watch various things and do various things. These are just ribbons to connect things to things. Yeah, those are your parts. Don't need them. So next, we're going to be putting in the processor. We're going to be taking that, gonna flip it over, and you can see this gold arrow. You're going to find the area on the socket that it goes in with, and this is really hard to see, but our arrow is right there. It's not gold, but it'll work. And you're just gonna let it drop in. You're not gonna push it. You're not gonna do anything to force it in. And then most things have this sort of deal to just slide it in. It will feel like you're pushing too hard. And if there's a lot of resistance, stop pushing that down and then just reset it. But if there's not much, then you're good. Next, we're going to be putting in the heat sink. Not the heat sink fan, just the heat sink. It's this little thingamajigger. We're just gonna slide it right there. Okay. And this particular heatsink fan motherboard combo comes with these things. I'm not sure if all do, but you're just gonna slide it on and then lock them in. And then pull that up. And then that locks it in. And where'd the other one go? Oh my goodness. You're gonna do the same thing. Oh my gosh. I'm stuck. Okay, got it. Fabulous. Shazam. Next, we'll be putting in the RAM. 128 megabytes. Pretty large amount. You put it in there, and you take these, boom, just slide those up, so it clamps onto it, kind of. And then we're gonna put the other two in. Get out here. Now we are going to be putting in various expansion cards for the motherboard. First, we're going to be putting in the sound card. This is what that looks like. It's for various like ports, microphones, that kind of thing, headphones. Just kind of slide it in right there. Push that down. Pretty fun. This is an expansion for USB ports. 4 USB ports. Not all computers need these. You can just have them though. Pretty useful for if you want 70 mice. This is a internet connector for dial-up, I think. Can't remember. Yeah, this is for dial-up. That's how old that computer is. Kind of just want to push that in. Make sure it's down. Get in there. Hey, hey, hey. And then this is the video card. We're not going to put that one in yet. We're going to put the Ethernet cable plug-in in first. So that goes right there. Then we're going to put in the video card. This is going to go in this slot. It's different than those slots. This one's green. Just going to slide that in. We're going to put it in there. Next, we'll be installing the motherboard. This motherboard is different because it was installed awkwardly. It has this plate on the bottom where the motherboard is actually screwed in. This is how this was installed for this particular model of computer. Most motherboards you have to screw in, but you just have to screw this one onto this plate, and then you're going to take it and line it up with this thing. You're just going to slide it. Yeah. So then you're just going to slide that in right there. Make sure it's tight so you don't explode it. It's the power supply. We'll be installing that next because everything will be easier to plug in after we do that. So I'm just going to take this and line it up right there. Next we'll be plugging in the motherboard to the power supply. Just going to find one that looks like this right here. And then you're just gonna shove that in there. This is a fan for this case. This case only has one fan. We're gonna be installing this. This isn't like most fans. It's just kind of pokes into these holes. Get over here. Pokes into these holes. I'm gonna line them up. Not up there, down there, I think. And then you're gonna push them in. Nope. Dropped it. And slide it down. Then it's installed. And then you can slide this up, bring this around so you can plug it in. So this is a floppy drive. Shows how old this computer is. Just gonna find where the floppy drive is in here. Where that is. I'm just gonna line it up. I think this is upside down. I'll be. Drop that in. Putting in one of the 2 CD drives. I'm just gonna. Boom. Then the other one. It's pretty much the same thing. except one lower. Can't put them both in the same spot. Those are in now. Go. Next, we'll be installing the hard disk drive. 20 gigabytes. Check it out, right there. So much room for homework assignments and documents for applying to jobs with your resume. Just put that right in there. When you're done, we'll be plugging various items and components into everything, like the power supply and the motherboard now.
Just a 4-core processor, living in a lonely socket. She took the midnight ram, going anywhere. Just a heatsink fan, born and raised in South Taiwan. He took the midnight ram, going anywhere. A floppy and a dusty drive, a smell of lotion and cheap perfume. With a power supply, they can game all night. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Hard drives writing up and down the boulevard, their shadows reading in the night. LED lights, USB ports, living just to find connection, computing somewhere in the night. Optical drive working hard to get its fill. Everybody wants a thrill, paying anything to spin the disc. Just one more time. Some will win, some will lose. Some were born to play Blue's Clues. Oh, the computing never ends. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Hard drives writing up and down the boulevard, their shadows reading in the night. LED lights, USB ports, living just to find connection, computing somewhere in the night. Stop maintainin. Hold on to the feeling. LED lights, USB port. Oh ho 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 ho. Don't stop maintainin. Hold on and on and on and on and. LED light, USB port. Oh ho 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 ho. Stop maintainin. Hold on to the feeling. LED lights, USB port.